I know everybody's pissed off at Hulu for changing their business model. For those of you that don't know, Hulu used to get you TV shows. You got some shit for free, you got more shit for not free. Whatever it was, $8 a month, whatever the case, you paid that and you got all your favorite TV shows the very next day at a very discounted price compared to what it costs you if you're going to pay a cable provider. Now you're going to have to use login credentials from a cable provider, whether it's Comcast, Cox, Charter, Time Warner, Cablevision, DirecTV, Dish Network. I know they're not all cable. When I say cable, I mean cable, satellite, whatever. Okay? You have to have that. No different than HBO Go. I've got DirecTV. I pay for HBO. I can use my DirecTV login credentials, my use pass combination, and log into HBO Go. Now I get HBO on my iPhone, my iPad, or my computer anywhere I go. If I didn't subscribe to HBO, I couldn't use HBO Go. Okay? And everybody's pissed off about this. I understand. Paying extra money sucks. Nobody wants to give extra money to more people. I get that. What you need to understand is why this is happening. Okay, this goes way back. This is long before Hulu. This starts with that Web 2.0 freemium model. We're not used to paying for shit. Facebook's free, Twitter's free, all social networks are free, information is free. I mean, we don't pay a nickel to anybody. You give $40 a month over whatever it is to your provider for internet, and everything else should be free. See, TV is now working the way it was designed to work. You sit down at 8 o'clock, you watch something, and that's it. Bingo, done. If you couldn't do that, you used a VCR back in the day. Now you use a DVR, and you record them to watch later. But people are saying, forget that. They're getting Hulu, they're getting Netflix, they're cutting the cord to these providers, they're putting Roku boxes, which is kind of like Apple TV. See yesterday's video. They're getting these things, they're plugging them in, and they're getting all their stuff for nothing, or $8 or $15, whatever the case. All these services combined, maybe $30 a month. Way cheaper than what these cable providers are charging. And what's that do? What's that doing to these cable providers? They're losing money. Revenue's falling off a cliff. Let's say the average person pays $100 a month to their cable company for TV and internet. That's understating it by a lot. You're probably up in the 150 range. We'll use round numbers. $60 for one, $40 for the other. Now you snip that cord, you get rid of cable, you're $40 a month, all in for internet, $8, $10, $12 here and there for all these services. You get all the TV you could possibly want, and what happens to the cable company? They're losing 60 cents on the dollar every time you buy another one of these devices for a one-time fee, plug it in, call it a day with them. They're losing money. What you also need to understand is how this is happening with ad revenue. There's a reason why prices are going up. Okay? You're not watching TV, and if you are, you're DVRing it or you're watching it on Hulu. Are you watching commercials? No way. Even on things like YouTube, for example. A video, an ad comes up when you start your video, and it's a 30-second spot, but after 4 seconds, you can skip the ad. What does that mean? Advertisers not paying nearly as much money. Cable companies not making nearly as much money. Prices have to go up. They've got to meet that need somehow. We're causing that. I gotta tell you, DVRs, they've got a problem. Even me, I'll be watching it, I'll DVR something on Tuesday, and on a weekend I finally get a chance to watch it, and what happens? I'm sitting there and I say, oh, coming up at 11 o'clock. Oh, I want to watch that. As soon as the show's over, like a jerk off, I forget that this thing was 4 or 5 days ago. I fast forward to the credits to the end, and I go, oh, here comes this story that I want to see, and then the fucking thing shuts off because it happened days and days ago. But we don't think about that. See, TV used to be very linear. You sat there and you watch. But that's stopped now. With DVRs, on-demand, Hulu, Netflix, all the channels on Roku, all these things, we don't watch TV at specific times. We watch it when it's convenient to us. Now, before you blame the cable companies for being all evil, and let's not pretend like there's no greed in this, I understand there is. But before we cut them out of the picture altogether, I can tell you right now that Cablevision up in the Northeast in New Jersey had a beef with, I believe, ABC a couple of years ago. ABC's like, nobody's advertising on our shit, so, you know what, we want to raise the prices. Cablevision, charge your customers more money so we can make more money. Cablevision said, not gonna happen. Called their bluff. ABC said, you know what, goodbye, and they walked. And Northern New Jersey went without ABC for like a month. Until what happened? Cablevision took it on the chin and they absorbed that cost to not screw their customers. You know, you get some companies, some retail stores that say that they have low prices and they pass on the savings to you. Cablevision wasn't willing to pass on the added fees to you, and they got into a beef with ABC. Same thing, San Antonio, whoever it is, Cox or Comcast, one of the two, they went through this with Fox in San Antonio, Texas. And they got a beef. Same thing. Didn't really come to quite the same level of stalemate as it did with Cablevision and ABC. It ended up getting it worked out. They tried to raise the prices. The cable company in San Antonio said not going to happen. They came to an agreement. Fox backed down, and they still have Fox there because Fox realized that the market was too big to lose. Now, I understand why this cable company Hulu merger is happening, okay, where they're losing money. There's something in it for Hulu. And it may not be Hulu's fault entirely. Maybe there's an agreement and greedy Hulu's taking a kickback from the companies. Maybe. Don't know. But here's another possible scenario. It's entirely likely that ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, whoever said to Hulu, if you don't play ball, we're cutting you off on content. I mean, that's it. Whatever goofy shows you watch, no longer on Hulu. Hulu's asked out. What are they going to do? They're going to play. That's what they're going to do. They're going to give in and charge you more money because without that, they lose the content and you're not going to pay them the $8 you're giving them now anyway. So we can't place blame just yet. I don't know that this is all greed, and I said that a minute ago. I think it's some greed. I think it's infused with evolution. Okay, linear TV at certain times to DVRs, on-demands, web services, and streaming media. Now, this is the new thing. I think cable has had its day in the sun, and it's over for them. Maybe they're trying to squeeze the cord until the eagle screams and get as much money out of you as they can now before they all drop dead. I don't know. Maybe it's just they know it's an uphill battle, and I mean, there could be any number of things. Let's face facts here. If you don't pay this, if you've already cut the cord to cable companies out there, and you don't want to go back to them, you don't want to pay this fee, are you really stuck? Can you not get ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox? You can. Let's not forget that it's free over the air. One-time fee. Get an antenna. Put it on your fucking roof. And guess what? You've got these channels again. And what's more, you've got them in high def. See? So there are options. Who wants that? Nobody wants to go through that. I get it. But if you're really penny pinching, if you're really going to stand on principle and scream to the world a message that nobody's going to hear or care about, frankly, you've got other alternatives. Okay? If you choose not to put an antenna on your roof, you chose that. Your call. So there are options out there. We don't even know what this means in evolution. Maybe there's a middle-of-the-road option that may be thought of. Hulu, if you're listening and you haven't thought of it, here's one. I'll give it to you. Free of charge. Maybe there will be a middle-of-the-road thing. Maybe there'll be a $15 a month, $20 a month, more expensive than Hulu Plus, but less expensive than Hulu Plus and cable, and you get everything you used to get, but you don't get it within 24 hours. You know how Netflix is a whole season behind? Maybe it's half a season behind. Maybe it's a month behind. Maybe it's just 2 weeks behind. Maybe it's enough where you can leverage money versus convenience. And some people will say, screw it, I'll pay the money to have it now. Some people will say, screw it, I'll save the money because I can wait a week. Maybe that's going to come. I think it should. Once again, Hulu, are you listening? Huh? That's a fantastic idea. You make money, saves us money. Compromise. Point is, don't know where this is going to go just yet. So before everybody runs around with their hair on fire, getting ready to shut down, screw Hulu, screw Netflix, screw the cable companies, that's it, I'm watching reruns of the Flintstones on my rabbit ears. There are ways to mitigate this. For all we know, the cable companies may have put the screws to Hulu even further. Who controls most of the bandwidth in this country, especially down to the home? The cable companies. Hulu, you're going to play by our rules, or we're just simply going to limit you and block you in the home. What do you mean we can't do that? We own the fucking fiber. We sure as shit can. Maybe that. I don't know. This is all speculative. My point here is to tell you about the options, about how it happened, the options about what may happen, and your options about how to work around this if you really want to stand on principle. The principle you're standing on is going to save you a few bucks a month, but what does it do to your life? It gets rid of things that you want. If you didn't really want them, you wouldn't be complaining about it in the first place. That means they're important to you. I know what this is going to do, though. This is going to drive piracy through the roof. Everybody's going to be capturing and streaming these episodes, which is not going to help matters. I don't recommend you do it. It's a battle that we just can't win. Play the game. It's just the way it is. Okay, we're so used to getting everything free that now we're pissed off when we get charged for things we should have been charged for all along. So think about this before we get outraged, see how it goes, let it play out, let it settle in. Netflix made their mistakes, everybody bailed. They apologized for their mistakes, everybody still bailed. They try to recover from their mistakes, everybody still bailed. They're imploding. Blockbuster's imploding. You know what you're going to be doing? You're going to be running out to Redbox to be getting movies to watch on a Saturday night when the 3 channels you're getting on your rabbit ears don't suffice. Or you pay a few bucks, keep everything going, ad revenue goes up, channels start making money, providers start making money, costs don't continue to go up, everybody winds up happy. Okay? Follow the process, the thought process to a logical conclusion. I think you'd be better for it. There might be things I didn't consider here. This is kind of on the fly. I read about it and I wanted to get something out before, the sky is falling rhetoric started up again on the social networks. So there you have it. May not be all bad, but I understand your initial reaction. Let's just think that through. See you soon.